Before we start, I want to walk you through the supplies. I have a sketchbook. It's a very nice sketchbook. I really like the cold press watercolor paper because it has a small texture. Then I have my Mary Blue watercolor. This palette I made it by myself, so yeah, the colors I picked by myself. Any watercolors will do the job for you. I have three different brushes. So I have two round brushes, size 4 and 10, and I have a wash brush in case I want to make a huge wash, or I want to wet the whole page. I have water-based pigment ink fine liner, which means that it's water resistant. So when I add watercolor on top of it, it will not bleed. Then the Jelly Roll pen, it's a white Jelly Roll pen, and I use it to add highlights in the end. Some water, clean water preferably. I have a towel, kitchen paper towel is also fine. I have a heat gun to speed up the process. This is not really necessary, but if you want to speed up the process and you don't want to wait for the watercolor to dry, then it's definitely a good option to have a good tool. I have some clips to fix my sketchbook. I have some infection, so I will clean my eye from time to time. Okay, let's focus on the tutorial, and this is the photo of the papaya that I took during the trip in Barcelona. So I was so inspired when I entered that market there with all these fresh and so colorful fruits. So last time we did these two, well, last time and the time before, and I am, as you see, using just different fun and messy techniques. I can quickly show you what we made before. So every time we do something different in this challenge, and I am really enjoying it so far. And the flowers and some Easter theme thing and some more spring flowers, and it's, yeah. Okay, let's just focus on our papaya for today. I will use my clip here. So because last time I used this messy technique, now I have pink color here. I will try to ignore it and not let this bother me, although to be honest, I was not very happy that I have paint here, but now I am kind of okay. I believe you don't have these pinkish splashes or splatters on your page, so you will start on a clean page. The outlines of my sketch are available as a template on my Patreon, so go check it out. It's absolutely accessible to everyone. It's just $5 a month, so it's like one coffee for a full library of templates and tutorials and exclusive classes. Okay, let me just zoom in a little bit. I'm checking on my screen that I see it, that you see everything. I really want to start with my pen and sketch first the outline. I usually start with very light line, a little bit shaking my pen so it doesn't look childish, and it looks more natural. And then I can go back another time and add thickness to the lines if I need to. and maybe on the other side as well. And I love the sketchy style because it definitely helps me let perfection go. But if you have your own style or you really like very smooth lines, then just make it the way you like it. Okay, then we have the inner part. Like this. And again, maybe a little bit of thickness. When you are adding thickness, it's a very nice trick, because if there is you know, a place where you don't like the line, you can just add extra line on the side you want to fix that line. Okay, and then we can start adding our black seeds. So the whole thing is full of the seeds. We don't have to draw all of them, okay? We can definitely draw a few just to give the sense of what it is there. We can, of course, fill the whole thing with the seeds. But this repetitive exercise right now is very good to just focus on your breathing, make circles with your pen, and just relax. You can turn on your favorite music, and this is how you can turn this creative exercise into something very relaxing. So now we just keep adding some circles. I make them in little groups. Some circles are bigger and some circles are smaller. Just like this. I make them in little groups. Sometimes I have a single one, sometimes just two or more. Okay, I think I need to erase the pencil lines. Where is my eraser? Here. Because when we add watercolor on top of it, it works as a mask, so we can't erase them anymore. And today I really want to use another fun technique, and I will add an extra supply that is not art supply at all, and this is the salt. Any salt will create a nice effect. The thing is that if you have a small or bigger crystals, then the end result will be a bit different, but that's okay. All right, then what I want to do is I will use my round brush size 10, and I will grab some orange. I don't really have orange on my palette. Let me turn it like this and show you what I am mixing. So I don't really have orange, so I will just mix some yellow and light red. I want it to be more yellowish than, so more light. A bit more water, and then I will go inside, paint that whole inner part. I am not bothering if it's not really, you know, perfectly flat wash. Definitely if you are using cold press paper or hot, it will be a bit different. Cold press watercolor paper, especially if it's 100% cotton, it absorb the water way better, and I think it's definitely easier to work on. All right, but yeah, hot pressed watercolor paper will be also fine. You will probably have some hard edges because the paper absorb the water slowly, so it will stay kind of on top of it, on top of the paper, and then if you have more water in some places, then they will create these hard edges. Keep in mind that even if you use cold press paper, it can happen again, but just don't stress about it. I am talking too much, so this started to dry, and I really want to add salt while it's still wet, so I am adding another layer of watercolor. I will wash quickly my brush and lay it here. Then look, we will take some salt and just add it. Not too much. I try to focus it where I have the small circles. Okay, just like this. I don't know. We never know. It's really a nice technique that you can't really control. So for sure, when you practice it more, you will probably get the feeling of how much salt you want. Depends on the result you want, but let's not focus too much on this, because it's really a project that we want to make for 10 minutes. Then I will grab water and start adding it here on the fruit part. I am not bothering if I touch the first part, and if it bleeds, then okay. If it doesn't bleed because it's already dry, it's also fine, okay? So I go quickly, add water, and then we will use wet in wet technique, a very hard technique I hear, but it's actually not hard at all. It's very fun, and for me it's definitely relaxing to see how that paint moves around, and I think it's the most relaxing technique ever. Now let me just tell you about the image. Can you see? Yes. So we have a very thin green outline, then we have yellows, and then oranges and very light red inside. So we will try to recreate this by adding these colors, wow, we have a wet surface. Okay, so I am picking green. I have green gold, and I will go here around the edge only with the tip of my brush. If you feel that size 10 is too big brush for you, you can definitely switch with the smaller brush. I really like working with the big brush because it holds more paint and more water, and I can go, you can see that I just picked one time paint and I still go around with it. I didn't go back to my palette. I will wash my brush and take some of the yellow, and I will just add it inside. I am just throwing it in. I don't try to focus on how much paint to add or to create a shape. I'm just adding it in, trying to work fast because it's warm in here and I want it to bleed. So we really want to add the paint. Wow, the surface is still wet. Then a bit more. I think I want it darker. So I am just picking more paint and going back and throwing it in. I am tapping with my brush. Maybe I have too much green. I can see that it's getting dry here. So I will just go with a clean and almost dry brush to blend this hard edge. And this happens because the paint dries differently. Okay. It's like I am mixing my colors directly on the paper, which is absolutely fine. I'm using the water and the effect of wet in wet technique, that the paint is just bleeding. So I am only tapping with my brush and trying this. Wow, it's still wet. Just like this. If we want to make it darker, we can grab more paint and keep going until we are happy with it.